to Songs by Elie. Just to be straight up, this is not a video about songwriting and there's no songs in it this week. It's a follow-up video to what I've been doing this month, which is kind of getting ready to songwriting. I've been having a little phase where I need to kind of piece myself back together again, and so the video is going to just tell you what's gone on with that and 5 things that I'm doing to help myself to feel better. So if that's your bag, carry on. If not, I'll catch you later. So at the end of 2018, I had 2 really horrible things happen in my life. But I was pregnant, I was just closing on my first house, and I just signed a record deal. So I did not have the time or the space to deal with either of those problems at all. I couldn't just stop. I had loads of shit to do. So what happened in 2019, I had the baby, I was working loads, I'm self-employed, so I had to take time off work and then pay back all the money that I borrowed essentially to have a maternity leave, because I don't get maternity leave, renovating a house, looking after the baby, finishing the album, doing all the gigs and stuff that went with releasing the album. So it was a massive year, and I wasn't really writing personal songs during that year because I couldn't really cope with it, because I didn't have the space to actually process emotionally all the stuff that was going on for me. So come January this year, January is usually a good quiet time for me in terms of gigs, and I often use it for kind of reflection, writing, kind of clarifying what I'm going to be working on that year and getting kind of on with the back end of it all. It's quite obvious what my goals were this year, but I also thought I would take advantage of the time when it was quiet to take a little bit of time to deal with the things that had happened. So there's a couple of things I've got in place before I start dealing with these things. I drink a lot of water, that's really important. I eat well. My partner's a really good cook, so that makes that really easy for me. Sleep, I'm doing what I can, but I've got a new baby, and so that's kind of your baseline. And getting outside, but that's something I wasn't doing, so that's going to be covered here. So the first thing, number 1 thing that I've been trying to do to help get myself together, so I want to always be kind of growing and getting better, and one of the things that a lot of people talk about as making a massive difference to them is meditation. It's not something that I've ever really done before. So what I've been trying to do is meditate every day. In reality, I've been doing it maybe 2-3 times a week. So when I don't have time to do it, I'm actually, I like having a bath at night, so when I'm in the bath, I stick on a YouTube with a meditation on it, and I sit there for 15 minutes. I do my meditation in the bath. I don't know if that's proper meditation or not, but that's kind of what I do if I don't actually get time to do it. Number 2, getting outside and exercising, really, really important. Usually something that is kind of a non-negotiable for me, but has got dropped this year. Walking my dog. So I mean, he still gets out, but not by me and not nearly as much. So yeah, it's just making sure that I do that every day has got to be something that really helps me. It helps me to sleep. Even when I'm completely exhausted, I'll get insomnia if I don't get out and move. I don't know, it just makes me happy. Try it. Number 3 thing that I'm trying to do is I really enjoy doing a lot of yoga, and I enjoy being fit. I don't enjoy running, but it's what I do. But having the baby and stuff, I was waiting to heal and get better from that, and the healing didn't really happen, and it turned out I had a diastasis recti, or diastasis recti, where you have a problem with your stomach muscles. So my number 3 thing would be something like yoga, but what it actually is putting stuff in place so that I can exercise. So that means every night I'm doing exercises to heal the stomach muscles so that I can actually get back to proper exercise again. So that's really specific to me, but I would say number 3 thing is like get things in place, you know, fix whatever problems you've got going on. Number 4 thing that I'm doing to help myself feel better is I'm doing an exercise given by Lisa Nichols about kind of breaking down the lies that you tell yourself. So it's about how to kind of expand your thinking and change the way that you look at yourself and what you're doing to hopefully get better at it. So I'll link the exercise below. It's actually turned out to be really, really good and helpful, but you know, it could be anything like that. I like listening to lots of inspirational people speaking, so I listen to them, I don't know, when I'm driving. You don't have to watch them, and I just chose to do this particular exercise, so this is something to kind of change my thinking and get a bit deeper into that. And number 5 thing that I'm doing to help myself feel better so that I can get ready to get back into doing loads of work again is not rushing into it. I know what I want to do this year. I'm really keen to start getting on and doing it, but I'm trying to remind myself not to rush into it and to make sure I've got all my kind of base level stuff in place so that I'm happy, healthy, functioning really well in order that I can do these things properly. I've made this mistake before where you know, probably one of the reasons right now that I could be feeling better is if I was writing more songs, because it helps me to feel better. But I also know that if I rush into that, without having this underlying stuff in place, I won't be able to keep it up. You know, I need to be fit and healthy before I can work at the rate that I usually work at. So yeah, I don't have enough time literally to get on with everything that I need to do, because I need to kind of stabilise after having a baby. So that's my 5 things that I'm doing right now to help myself feel better. And yeah, let me know what you do to help yourself feel better, and if you could try any of these things out.
I feel where the anger lies, I'm going to